Using Word agents in Microsoft Copilot, you can actually create documents from scratch within your Microsoft 365 environment. Or you can even modify documents which are within your Microsoft 365 environment. Imagine filling out a meeting template based on a meeting recording that you already had. It can go and basically fill out all your meeting action items, agenda, and everything else in a meeting template. I'm currently logged on to Microsoft 365 Copilot. I have a Microsoft 365 Copilot Premium license, and if I go to New Chat, you will see that I have Work and Web tabs at the top, so which basically says I have a 365 Copilot Premium license. We are going to look at the Word agent. So on the left-hand side of your screen, under Agents, you will find Word. If you don't see Word, you can click on More Agents, and from the list, you will the Word agents, and you click on the three dots, and you can basically pin or unpin it. Once you pin it, it will appear under the agents list on the left-hand side. If I click on the Word agent, you will see that I don't have the Work and Web tab anymore. Now, using a Word agent, you can actually create documents from scratch, or you can create documents based on your existing documents within your Microsoft 365 environment. You can also set up the sources, whether it's a web search or Microsoft 365 data. So let's just say we want to turn off web search. We just want to focus on Microsoft 365 data, which is basically whatever we have within our environment. And when I say whatever we have in our environment is whatever you have access to within the Microsoft 365 environment. Okay. So I'm going to create a new document. Let's just say we want to create a Microsoft 365 technical paper. So the way Word agent works is different to like ChatGPT or anything else, because when we ask it to create, it is going to ask for a reasoning. So Microsoft 365 technical paper that we want to create, and we just click send. It now goes back and try to review our request. In a moment, once it's trying to understand, it's going to ask about the clear instructions. So it's basically saying, just to make sure I have clear instructions, please choose some options for your document. So that is the reasoning part I'm talking about. So it doesn't just go and create a paper for you by default, but it tries to understand the context. So it's basically asking me, what is the primary focus or subject area of this technical paper? Let's just say this is Microsoft 365 security and compliance, because Microsoft 365 is a very big environment. And it's asking for who's the intended audience for this paper. Let's just say I want to keep it to IT admins and architects. And we click on Let's Go. Now, based on the information and reasoning that we have provided, it is now going to focus on those inputs that we have provided and create a technical paper for us. So our document has been created. This is a technical paper for Microsoft 365, security and compliance, and this is for IT administrators and architects. If you look at the document, it has created a beautiful document. There's a table of contents, executive summary. It has pretty much covered everything within a document. On the left-hand side, you will see that what it has done to the document. So it was running a research and gathering document. It has located some valuable enterprise files. Now, what it means is, because we have set the scope of this prompt to our Microsoft 365 environment, so it actually went on and tried to find a similar set of documents within our Microsoft 365 environment where I have access to. And then it tried to gather the information from those documents. If there is a relevant information, then it basically created the whole document. It summarizes what's this about. Once that's done, it automatically saves this document to your OneDrive. So if I go back to my OneDrive and click on My Files, and under My Files, you'll find Documents, and Documents, there'll be a folder called Copilot. So under Copilot, they'll be created, and then this is the document that it has actually created. So it didn't just create a document, it created a document, put it under your OneDrive files. You can then share this document with anyone. So this is how you can actually use Word agents to create documents, reference other documents within your Microsoft 365 environment, create documents from those documents. Now on the other side, if we come back to a SharePoint site and try to create a Word document and try to use the same prompt that we have used in Microsoft 3 Copilot, we'll see what the differences are. So doesn't matter if you use Microsoft Word on desktop or web, you pretty much going to get the same experience. So I'm just going to click on create Word document. And once this document open, I am going to give Copilot the same prompt to create a Microsoft 365 technical paper, and then we'll see the differences. So I have this document open, and you can find the Copilot icon on the bottom right screen. Once I click on that icon, it'll open this window for me. You'll find a couple of options there. One is allow editing, which means you are giving the permissions for Copilot to edit your document. And there is a chat only, which basically a chat function which responds to your chat. So I will click on allow editing. And at the top, you will see this green tick, which says all of this is secured by your enterprise data protection within your Microsoft 365 environment. So I am going to give it a same prompt, which is basically create Microsoft 365 technical paper, and I click send. Now, as soon as I press send, it just went on creating a document for me. It didn't ask me for any reasoning as the Word document as using the Word agent. So the Word agent asked me for a reasoning and audience and for more information, but this just went on creating a document for me. It is now creating this document. As you can see, it is writing it on the fly, and you can review it. Once this document is created, you will be able to make any edits if you want to make within this document. Now the creation of the document is finished. It now asks you, please confirm if you want me to add this full technical paper to the document in this Word document. If you want to make some edits, you can make edits to this document just using a prompt. If you're happy with the document, you can actually use this document. So I'll say, confirm, please add the full technical paper, or I could have just clicked on one of these prompts. So let's just say, okay. So now it'll add the document on the fly in my Word document. So now we have a document created from scratch using Copilot within your Word. Now, document has been added to Word. If you're happy with the changes, you just click done and you have your document created. If you want to make some edits to the documents, you can do that. So for example, I have this executive summary here. What I can do is I can basically highlight this as well. I can highlight it and it will know the context, and I will say that make this a bullet point list, for example. Once I do that, it knows the context because I have highlighted this section within the document. It knows what I'm talking about. So it basically just going to go through the executive summary and make it a bullet point list. So this bullet point list has been changed. Our executive summary is now bullet point list. If you have a bullet point list, you can actually ask it to summarize it as well. So you can make some changes into the document. This document that we have created, we created in a SharePoint site. So if I go back to my SharePoint site, I will see that this document has been created. Now, what I want to show you next is how you can actually reference a document and create a document from scratch using that document. We want to create another document. So I click on create Word document. And this time we want to create a very short version of this document, maybe just a summary paper. So I then click on the Copilot. And once the window opens, I will type create a summary document from, and I can press / and then use the file name that you want to reference to create a summary document. For example, in my case, we want to create a summary document from the Microsoft 365 technical paper that we have created. So I'm just going to type Microsoft. If you don't see any results, which means you have people selected by default or any other tab. So I'm going to click on this drop down and say files, and it has now found my document. So I select that document and we click on send. Now it's going to create a summary document from the technical paper that we have created recently. Same way you can reference different documents. If you have big project files or status reports, you can actually create a summarized document from those existing documents from your environment. Make sure you have access to those documents. So it has now created this document. You can see a summary. This is the technical paper summary document, and it's a running document, and it is basically writing to this document. Once you're happy, you can click on done, and your document is created, and obviously this will be saved under your SharePoint site. Now, the other thing I want to show you is about using some meeting templates. That's a pretty powerful feature in Copilot. So let me show you what that means. Let me close this once, and I will go back and create another document. And this time we want to create a meeting template, for example. And then we will fill that meeting template from a recording that we have done recently in a meeting, and we'll use that to basically populate our meeting template. So I'll quickly go to the Copilot again, and I will this time mention that create a meeting template. And let's just see the magic. So once the meeting template is completed, I'm going to click on done. Now we have a meeting template. I can save this template to my SharePoint site or anywhere else. And the next task for me to basically fill out these meeting templates with the recordings, with the clear action items and attendees and etc. So once you have your meeting template, I am now going to prompt Copilot to fill out this meeting template with all the action items. So I'm going to say, fill out this meeting template from my meeting recording. And I will paste the link to my meeting recording because I already have a meeting recording, or can reference it using a slash and then select your meeting. And in addition, I'll also say that make sure you do not change the format of the meeting template. And I'm going to click send. Now, if you run a lot of meetings, you have a lot of recordings, this is going to be a game changer. It basically can just fill out your meeting templates. As you can see, it is populating the document itself. It's just adding the date of the meeting, the time of the meeting, what was the location, who was the organizer, what was the meeting objectives, who were the attendees, and it will keep on adding and populating this document. So let's just wait for this document to finish, and we will see how it actually looks like and what Copilot has done for us. This is looking so great. If you look at the document, it has added every single detail within the meeting template. It has the agenda, it has the discussion notes, what was done in the meeting, what were the decisions made in the meeting, some action items. It has assigned the owners of the action items, due dates, and the status. These are the risks and issues that were identified in the meeting. Now, if you're happy with that, you can just click on done and it will save this template. Imagine this can save you a lot of time if you are capturing all the meeting notes into the templates. All you need is a meeting recording, and then you can ask Copilot to fill out the meeting template based on your meeting recording. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or feedback, please put that in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll hope to see you next time.